Final Justice League spoilers. 1. Kids film Superman interview on their phone. 2. Montage with credits of all the crime and sadness happening now that Superman is dead. 3. Batman hangs a thug off a roof. His fear attracts a patrolman. Batman's tracking them. He lets the thug go. 4. Victor hides out in his apartment. He's concerned because he's developed new powers. He can fly now, and he doesn't know where the power is coming from. 5. Barry meets his dad. Barry wants to get a job in criminal justice to get him out, but his dad wants him to give up that pursuit and just live his life. 6. Wonder Woman stops the terrorists in the court, which apparently is totally not a bank like I thought. 7. Steppenwolf comes through a mother box portal at Themyscira. The Amazonians try to play keep away with the box, tying it to arrows and firing it off before Steppenwolf can get it. But he eventually does and taunts Diana's mother, who lives, before disappearing with the box. 8. Diana's mother orders that they fire a giant arrow to signal Diana. 9. Diana sees a television report about the flaming arrow and knows what it means. 10. Bruce talks to Alfred. Alfred eggs him on about liking Diana. 11. Bruce meets Diana. They discuss Lex's journal. It had pictures of patrolmans and mother boxes. 12. Lois meets Martha at the Daily Planet. They talk about Clark being gone. One of the young reporters is going on and on about a seemingly insignificant kidnapping story, but Lois immediately catches that all of the victims are members of Star Labs. 13. Victor hacks Wayne Enterprises and looks at a bunch of holograms that hadn't been filled in with CGI yet, but I think are supposed to be info on Bruce, connecting him to Batman. For the life of me I can't remember what spurred him to do this. 14. Diana tells Bruce the story of Steppenwolf's first invasion, when all the races came together to fight him. Yeah, there's at least one lantern. I think there were two. When he dies we get a close-up of his ring blinking out. 15. Bruce finds Arthur in a bar and tries to convince him to help people and is rejected. There's a mural on the wall showing an Atlantis warrior and 3 mother boxes. 16. Arthur makes fun of Bruce for dressing like a bat, then heads back into the water. But that's the opposite of what that phrase means. Scene. 17. Bruce recruits Barry in his apartment. 18. They get in Bruce's car. What's your superpower again? I'm rich. There's also a funny bit about Barry having to eat all the time because his metabolism burns super fast, and also that he hates brunch and doesn't understand it. 18. Bruce introduces Barry to Diana. 19. Arthur saves a fisherman attacked by a patrolman at sea. This is the trailer bit with the slow-mo waves behind him. He takes him back to the bar. I think he sees the mural and the mother box. Either way, Arthur heads to Atlantis. 20. Steppenwolf arrives and throws Nura around. He takes off with the mother box as Arthur shows up. I don't remember him fighting Arthur, but it's in that trailer. I don't think it amounts to more than a punch or two. 21. Arthur and Mara talk Aquaman movie setup. Something about him belonging there, but he's pissed at them for killing his mom. Arthur leaves. 22. Victor intercepts a transmission and meets Diana on the streets of Metropolis, Gotham, not sure which. She gives him a pep talk about how important he can be. 23. Silas is kidnapped by a patrolman. 24. Commissioner Gordon is told about another missing Star Labs scientist. 25. He fires up the bat signal. It's the trailer scene where they all disappear, leaving Flash. Cyborg shows up at some point. I thought he met the team before this scene, but a dude on the forums is adamant he pops up during it. Gordon tells them about activity under Gotham Harbor, and Cyborg says Silas is missing. 26. The action scene under the sewers. This is the first big action scene of the movie. Steppenwolf is trying to get the location of the human mother box. The Justice League work together, Flash saves people, Wonder Woman fights, etc. Batman brings a bat tank thing. Steppenwolf nearly kills them, but Aquaman shows up and floods the sewers, saving them all. I think Steppenwolf gets the human mother box here. For the life of me I can't remember, but the Russian family scenes start pretty soon after, so it makes sense. 27. The scene on top of the cave-in. Dressed like a giant bat. I dig it. 28. Batcave scene. Alfred likes having people around. Flash jumps in the Batmobile and makes a goof of himself. Bruce has the idea of using the mother box to resurrect Superman based on Luthor's journal. Diana thinks it's too dangerous. He says she could be what Superman was, a beacon. At some point she says he needs to stop grieving for his parents, and he tells her she doesn't have room to talk when she ran away from the world for 100 years because her boyfriend died. 29. Order of events here is murky. Lois waking up from a nightmare. I don't remember this scene in the movie, but I know there's a Lois scene in the middle that I can't remember. 30. Flash and Cyborg dig up Superman's coffin. 31. The League head to the Kryptonian ship with the coffin. They set Clark in the pool. They need to charge up the mother box the moment it hits the water. Flash runs really fast and touches it just as it touches the water. Clark wakes up and explodes out of the ship, flying away. 32. Flash, Aquaman, and Cyborg find him at the broken statue from BVS. He's confused. Batman arrives and tries to talk to him, but Superman freaks out, thinking they're still fighting. He grabs Batman and his eyes go red. Tell me, do you bleed? Lois jumps out of a police car. Bruce called for her, apparently. Superman throws Batman against a car, takes Lois, and flies off. There's a really silly gag with Batman lying on the ground saying, "Yep, I definitely broke something." Also during this scene, Cyborg loses control of himself and shoots at Superman. His suit seems to auto-target Superman. 33. Clark and Lois arrive at the Kent farm, which has been sold to a bank. 34. A Russian family gets ready for dinner. They hear loud noises outside. Pyromans. They barricade the door. 35. Bruce and Diana talk about Superman's resurrection. They apologize to each other. Bruce takes off the botsuit and reveals just how utterly bruised he is from that one punch. 36. Clark talks to Lois. Martha arrives, called by Lois. She cries and hugs Clark. 37. Steppenwolf and the Pyrodmans arrive at a Russian nuclear reactor. They're going to bring all three boxes together and remake the world. 38. Another scene with the Russian family trying to keep Pyrodmans out. 39. Bruce tracks Steppenwolf to the Russian nuclear reactor and tells the team. 40. Another pep talk between Diana and Victor. He's worried that he can't control himself. 41. Clark leaves the Kent farm. This is the "I'll take that as a yes" bit in the last trailer. 42. They get in the jet. Arthur confesses that he's never really had people before, and if he has to die, then this is a good way to do it. He gets misty-eyed. It's revealed Wonder Woman wrapped the lasso of truth around his ankle. It's actually really funny. 43. Steppenwolf activates the mother boxes. 44. The team arrives in Russia. The sky has gone red. There's apparently alien plants everywhere according to the VFX card. I think these are the weird rock things in the latest trailer. 45. Fight. I don't remember any memorable beats other than stuff they've used in the trailers. Other than Bruce goes off alone to take out Steppenwolf and the team won't let him do it cause they're all in this together. 46. Superman arrives. I'm a big fan of Justice Spit. 47. Cyborg does a weird hacking thing to try and interfere with the mother box's process. He manages not to attack Superman. 48. Cyborg gets word of the Russian family loading into their track. They won't make it. Superman and Flash go to save them. It becomes a race. Flash saves the family, then looks over to see Superman carrying an apartment building. 49. Final fight. I know there was a leak about Freeze breath and Steppenwolf sacks, but I don't remember that happening. He gets knocked around by the League, the Pyrodmans swarm to his sphere, and then they lift him up. I'm not sure whether he gets ripped apart or sucked through a portal, because this was all black and white wireframe visuals. 50. Lois has a voice-over about how the world needs heroes as we see a bunch of stuff. It's a Christopher Nolan-esque montage. 51. Barry tells his father that he got a job at the courthouse. It's the lowest of the lowest jobs, but he's gonna do everything he can. 52. Clark and Bruce move Martha Kent into the Kent farm. How did you do it? I bought the bank. 53. More montage. Clark goes back to work. I know there's something with Cyborg here but can't remember it. 54. The little Russian girl plants an alien flower. It starts to bloom,